ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य तन्मयादितरतश्चार्थेषु तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदि कवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, chapter 27 and verse number 10. So these are teachings of Lord Kapila to his mother Devabhuti, and he is explaining the process of devotion. First he explained Sankhya in the previous chapter. Although devotion is not dependent on jnana, and jnana here basically means the discrimination between spirit and matter. That's what was explained in the previous chapter, and again he is explaining that. So in Bhakti, really speaking, even this discrimination is not necessary. If one is a devotee, then we do devotional service. You don't care whether we have the body or not the body. But because we have a lot of attachments and our minds are not fixed on devotion, then some basic detachment is necessary. If there is no detachment at all, then bhakti looks like a material thing, and people mistake it like that. So for that reason, this knowledge is very important, especially to have an entry into bhakti. So what is being described here therefore is bhakti which is mixed with jnana, so that we do not get into the confusion between materialism and devotion. And as he said in the previous verse, Sanubandhe cha deyasmin kurvana sadamaham. This attachment to body is very deep, because we are born with it and we have been with it in so many lifetimes. This has become our nature. and it is very difficult to even perceive it. It's very difficult to perceive in this body that we are not the body. We hear about it, we talk about it, we function as we are the body. Ascharyavat pasyati kasya devam, ascharyavat bhakti tathaiva chanam, ascharyavat chenam samati satpapi chanam vedaiva kasya. So we hear, we talk, yet we don't know. This is a great wonder. And wonder is because of the power of Maya. And problem is that Maya will not leave unless there is Krishna. And which comes first, chicken or the egg? And then first Maya leaves, and then we get Bhakti, or we get Bhakti and then Maya leaves. Or does it happen instantly, or it is a slow process? So this is to be understood. In the conditioned state, very difficult to perceive what is being said here and how to get out of this conditioned state. So unless we open our eyes how to see, and at the same time what is being described is what is to be seen. So he says this sanubandha, this bondage, bandhan. There is bandhan, bandhan means bondage. The Sanskrit word bond is coming from the bandha. There is bandha and there is anubandha. There is bondage and then there is bondage which is following that. So first we have bandha, the bondage with the body, and that is identifying with the material ego. The soul is superimposing its own ego into the material ego, and then thinking that this is what I am. And then after that other bondages come, which are related in the body. And then we have intense attachment to them, agraha. We hold on to them like toys, like children hold on to the toys. They don't want to leave it. So like that we become strongly attached to everything related to the body. And then we cannot think beyond that. It is some kind of intoxication, some kind of madness which we live in. And then our world becomes constricted by that. Our dealings, our thought processes, our emotions, our behaviors, characteristics, everything becomes colored by this. So we see everything only from this point of view, from this material view. And what is lying beyond that we are not able to perceive. So by the process which was described in the previous verses, then jnanena drishta tattvena prakrite purushasya. So then one is able to perceive in this jnana, drishta tattva, seeing the reality. And then you become free. Nivritta buddhi avasthano duribhutanya darshanaha uplabhyatmana atmanam chakshusaivarkam atmadrik. So then we become free. Nivritta means free from the buddhi avastha. There are three states of buddhi or awareness. Buddhi means awareness. So we are living in three states of awareness. There is the awareness during wakeful state, in the dream state and in the deep sleep. And we are shifting from one to another by the influence of the gunas of Prakriti. It is happening automatically, we don't have much control over it. In the morning we wake up, at night we fall asleep. We don't have much control over it, that I want to fall asleep now or I want to be awake now. So the gunas are working, and then when the buddhi is under the influence of sattva, then we are awake. And when it is under the influence of rajas, we start dreaming. You should observe how you fall asleep. At night when you are lying in the bed, then you observe yourself and see how you are about to fall asleep. So you will see how the rajas is working. And then After that, of course, you don't know what is going on. And beyond that, then you go into the deep sleep, and that is complete tamas. Tamas means darkness, right? And in darkness, everything is one. There may be so much variety here, but if everything is dark, we don't see anything. Everything is just dark, everything becomes one. So that is the state of tamas. That's why in deep sleep there is no variety. In deep sleep there are no dreams. There is nothing. You are in dark. Complete tamas. And we are really happy. Because they say ignorance is bliss. So when you are in complete ignorance, you are in complete bliss. Little ignorance, little bliss. Complete ignorance, complete bliss. That's why we want to have deep sleep. So that we go in complete ignorance, we are in complete bliss. And when you wake up, you are happy. You have such a nice sleep. You know where you are. So it's very important. It's ignorance. So ignorance makes everything zero. You forget everything. You may have deep affection for your wife, your husband, children, money, wealth, power, everything is wiped out. There is no variety there. So then you are happy. Because the problems come with the variety. As soon as there is a variety, then there is a problem, then discrimination, this is good, this is bad, all the duality comes. So in tamas and as well as in sattva, when you are situated in high goodness, then there is no variety. Because if you go beyond the gunas, then there is Brahman. Sattvat sanjayate jnanam, and jnanam yad Brahma darshanam. Brahma darshanam also no variety. It is too extreme. So people who are in high goodness, they also say everything is one, all religion one, they are all one. This don't see variety. And in between are people who are getting crushed, middlemen, in the rajas. So these are the three states. So he says that you will become free from these three states of buddhi. Then you will go into the turiya state, the fourth state. That is the state of bhakti. So yunam pasyati sarvatra, sarvam chami pasyati. Then you see Krishna everywhere, and you see everything in Krishna. So when you become free from this anubandha, when your anubandha is with Krishna. So there are bondage with matter and bondage with Krishna. So we want to change this, and this is the process of changing from matter to spiritual attachment. In between there is a state of no attachment, that is Brahma Gyan, in that we are not interested. So he says, Nivritta buddhi avasthano duri bhutanya darsana. Then you don't see the other things. Yavam pasyati sarvatra. He sees me everywhere. Krishna says everywhere, in everything. Then you don't see others. Then you don't see from material point of view. This is my wife, this is my husband. You don't see that. Then you only see Krishna. Krishna darsana. Everything is belonging to Krishna. Not mine. Nothing is mine. This my thing comes only because of the I in the body. As long as I think that this body is me, I am this body, then I am my immediate. So when you realize that this body is also belonging to Krishna, right? We didn't manufacture it. Nobody makes their own body. So then you become Duri Bhut Anya Darshana. This now we are seeing everything as different from Krishna. And when we see things different from Krishna, then we see everything as object of my enjoyment. The whole idea of our life is that I want to enjoy, because everything is meant for me and it is separate from Krishna. So this is called Anya Darshan. There is Krishna Darshan and there is Anya Darshan. So then he says Duri Bhuta, then this will be removed from you, because now you will have proper vision. So this is the illusion of seeing things as independent of God. Really nothing is independent of God. It is amazing that how we can see this. It is even amazing that how it is possible to see things like this. And actually everything is God. Sarvam khalu idam brahma. Lokmi sariti sarva, all this is God. In the Chatusloki Bhagavatam it says Ahameva asameva grinanyat sarvasattvam. That in the beginning I was there was nothing. And tadetat. And what is there? And yet chayasi satyatara. What is existing now is me, what will remain is me. There is nothing besides me. This is the real Advaita. Everything is Krishna. So everything is manifestation of that. So that's why in Bhagavatam 11th Canto it is described, Yapasya Sarvabhutesu Yapasya Bhagavad Bhavam Atma. That you see Bhagavad Bhava everywhere. That is the definition of a devotee. Now we are seeing only Kam Bhav. As soon as I see something I see how it can be my object of enjoyment, how I can control, exploit and enjoy it. So this is the demoniac mentality. This is called Asura Bhav. Asura is not some funny looking guy. Asura is a Bhav. Everything is a Bhav actually. It's just awareness or consciousness. So at present Asura Bhav is prominent. And Daiv Bhav, Bhakti Bhav is looked, disappeared. So Uplabhya Atmana Atmanam Chakshusha Iva Arkam Atmanam. So then what will happen? That you will see the Supreme with yourself. Atmana Atmanam. With your own mind you will perceive the presence of God, presence of Krishna. Chakshusha Iva Arkam. Just like you see the sun with your eyes. So, as we have already read in the previous chapter, the presiding deity of the eye is the sun. So, we are seeing by the power of the sun. And by that power also you can see the sun. So, similarly, Bhakti is the power of God. It is the internal potency of God. And then by that potency only you will see Krishna. Bhaktya Mama Vijanati Yavanyascha. I am known only by the Bhakti. So only by His power, by His grace we can see Him. And then we will also see this. It's not that this material world will disappear or it does not exist. And it like Vadi said that it really does not exist. No, this exists, but there are two ways of seeing it. To see it as manifestation of God's energy or to see it as object of my enjoyment. So that's all to be done. So this Gyan is useful for this reason. Otherwise in Bhakti, once you have Bhakti there is no need. Because you have already seen things in proper perspective. But when we are not at that level, then we have to do sadhana. We need to practice. And this practice has to be done. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti, he comments on this. He says that Tatasya Jnani Suddhena Jivatmanaiva Paramatmanam Bhaktyeva Anubhuya Tameva Prapnoti Tiya. So as it was described previously, that prakrite purusham cha drishtam tattvam yena tadrishena jnanani nivrittani buddhi avasthani jagradadini yasyasi. That when the person is able to see the distinction between matter and spirit, then with this knowledge the three states of buddhi awareness are transcendent. And one becomes transcendental and becomes situated in the fourth state of consciousness. So this does not mean that such a person will not sleep or will not have dreams, but now his awareness will not be lost. His